just starting out on Crunchyroll. Quite enjoyed these two right here. Trapped in a dating world, or in a dating sim, is exactly what you assume it is. Dating sim, and then he's in it, and he's a mob, so he's a background character normally in this dating sim. And episode 1, a bit of an odd one, because why? I don't get it. What, like, he starts the episode, he needs money to go to the school, he goes and gets a ship and a robot that helps him get a ton of gold, and he doesn't, like, the anime is not about him adventuring with a robot. Why isn't it about him adventuring with a robot? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Healer Girl. Hilagaru. It looks like girls wearing bags, singing songs and silly music, like a Love Live or one of those. What's it called when you do work, but you don't get paid for work, but they say that you got experience? Internship. They're apprentices. So they are learning to be song healers. There's like song magic in this world. It's based on like resonant frequencies, and they have like a real science behind it. And they're apprentices at the job. So it's got the like I'm working so that I can be better, and each of them have kind of fun personalities. And the songs that they're singing, they just start singing songs to have fun with like fun song singing. It's a blast. It's actually was quite a bit of fun. I'm a big sucker for any of those slice of life that include the we're workers, and this is just sort of life when you're working. You know, we gotta get that grind set. You know, it's got places to go. I'm sure we're gonna get some of that, like I'm a character with a special voice for some reason. You know, we'll get into some of that more silly stuff, but I went from thinking I'm going to watch this and drop it to I'm keeping this one on the list. Other end of that spectrum, though, we do have Fanfare of Adolescence, which, yeah, we're gonna have to make a decision with this one. Either I'm going to watch this and we're going to have like Fujoshi's fun fanfare corner and see what they think about it. But this is not an anime for me. This is an anime for your Fujoshis that want to see a bunch of cute boys doing horse stuff. We didn't put this one on the list, but I have seen the first few episodes now of Thermae. It's on Netflix. It's pretty hilarious. The idea being a Roman architect designer who loves making the Roman bathhouses gets sucked into the Japanese future and tries to then, when he gets transported back to Japan or to ancient Rome, bring some of those ideas and things that he has over there into the ancient world. I think the appeal of Thermae Rome is really in that idea of you're watching this guy get more and more excited about things that he loves, and seeing that gets you excited. Plus, like, the last 5 minutes of every episode is the actual creator doing a tour of a bathhouse in Japan, a sento or something somewhere. So I think I think not being into something like that's anime, right? Like, anime will be like, oh, this is our new sport anime, and it's all about tiny RC cars and people who race tiny RC cars, and you're like, I don't care, but then you watch and you're like, got tiny RC cars, you know, and it doesn't even have to be real for anime to get you excited about it. Next, let's see what they're thinking of Aharen-san. This is the one with... So we just watched this one. It came out, I want to say Saturday, but we just watched it yesterday. And you've got this tiny girl character with a tinier voice who can't speak, who's sitting next to this guy who is I'm going to reinvent myself and I'm going to have a great time this year in school. But he's also a freaking piece of milk toast. It's pretty fun actually so far. Very cute. I could see this one going on to be that like the cutest show of the season, purely because of the way that their relationship is growing. You've got the dynamic of her being tiny and him being huge, as well as, you know, her not being able to communicate as well and him sort of liking it. This show is chill vibes. I think that's going to be the place that this show definitely stays. Deaimon is one of the weirdest titles I've seen. All I know is that it is an anime about the everyday comings and goings of a sweets shop in Kyoto, which you know, is Katie's favorite. She loves all the sweets. She's got a video on our other channel about all of the sweets shops in Kyoto that she's been to and loves. And Deaimon, Recipe for Happiness, is just adorable. It's a prodigal son story. We're just getting into it. We've got a little girl who was abandoned by her actual family, being raised by somebody else, and she is trying to be the one that takes over the shop. So very fun. We've got the surrogate dad. We've got the surrogate daughter relationship going to be growing there, I'm sure. I don't know if we'll quite get to Sweetness and Lightning vibes, where it's completely adorable and amazing, but it definitely has that premise starting right off the bat. Last time we watched the new Rising of the Shield Hero season 2 released, so we caught that. Find yourself a quick synopsis on YouTube of what happened in season 1. They start dropping stuff like we're the heroes who need to stop the wave, and some other names where you're like, wait, what? Because it's been what, a year and a half since the last Shield Hero season, so do a little bit of catching up as far as the terms go, but it kind of jumps into it, gives you a little like, here's the characters and here's the story as it stands right now. So I think it works good as a good kind of transitional episode. Maybe I would have liked them to just release a 5-minute, like, here's our transition between seasons 1, season 2, to let you know kind of what's changing and what's going new, and then jump into an actual season 2 episode. Would have been nice, I think, for me, at least in my opinion. The greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. Here we have a demon lord remake of the strongest sage with the weakest crest. It's giving me those vibes so far. You've got demon lord, lonely and noble, and too powerful to really make friends, and then being reincarnated, and now they're just a dude. But they're a dude with an affinity for many magic powers and a memory of magic that is long ago lost. So of course they're immediately OP, and I think this is going to be one of those. I'm calling them pseudo isekais, but it really is a traditional fantasy anime, which is sort of that. You know, we used to argue all the time, like, don't make an isekai, just make it a fantasy. We're getting that in these reincarnation ones where they're in the same world. So they're just dying and then being reborn, and it's the same world, the same universe. It's just, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, however many thousands of years in the future, and everything is a little bit different, and they have some sort of past knowledge that lets them be better than everybody else. We saw this with what is that one with the great Demon King? The Demon King reincarnates and he's like a baby and he's like, hello, mother. And it's like, what? Why? Why is baby talking? Hold on. Isekai baby talking reincarnated. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. There we go. Look at that. Google to the rescue once again. Misfit of Demon King Academy is the first one that comes to mind recently that had this sort of something gets reincarnated or someone gets reincarnated, but it's in the future, and so they're that OP powerful protagonist isekai'd without being isekai'd because it is still technically the same world. So interesting there. Did we talk Tomodachi Game? I think we read the review for Tomodachi Game, but I didn't really say what I thought about it. They it's going good places. I think it's going good places. I think that it will be if it goes to the right place, it'll be fantastic. If it's just a thin veneer of edginess, then it's not going to be that great. Right now, you've got a group of friends who it literally just says they're friends. So we're just going to assume, they're friends. They know each other. They'll hang out. Who somebody has a debt that they need to repay. And then all 5 of these friends get pulled into this game where they're playing like kids games, essentially. The first one is sort of a Japanese version of a Ouija board. And the question is, who among them has a debt, and are they lying in order to sort of get rid of that selfishly, or are they actually playing for the group? And so I hope it sticks to like the main character's perspective so that we always have only what he knows. If it starts telling us what other characters know and lets us in on that, it'll be a little They've already sort of given away the plot as far as there's an organization that's watching these people that is, a lolly girl and her handler that are just laughing at human misery. So they've given away that part, but as long as we don't know which of the friends has the debt originally and whether or not the friends are lying or telling the truth, and we stay from his perspective of trying to decide, are his friends trying to backstab him, or, do they have secret information where they're trying to help everybody in the system? So I'm hoping it stays down that road. It could be really good, but it could also open up to one of those very quickly where suddenly everything is revealed and it's 4 episodes in. And, where do they go from there? So I'm interested to see where that goes. I'm excited to see where that goes. And we'll see. We'll see. Main character is basically just a little voice box. So we will, or the main mascot character is basically a voice box. We'll see where that goes. Okay. So the show we watched yesterday was RPG Real Estate. Ooh, I don't know where I'm going to go with this one. I typically enjoy when an anime is about people in a workplace. That tends to, speak to the experiences that I have more and more. When you're a kid, the high school ones, they really speak to you. Whereas like as an adult, there's always that kind of funness, newness of different office spaces. So it's got me there. It is very, very K-On!-esque, and that immediately cute girls doing cute things, sitting around talking about cute stuff. I don't know if the workplace aesthetic is going to carry through to that for me, but we'll see. I was a real estate agent, so it's kind of a fun look at what a Japanese fantasy writer would think that they do in a real estate office. So I'm excited to see kind of where that goes, and we will continue with it. Definitely hit that like button, subscribe. We'll be doing these daily update reviews Monday through Friday on stuff that we've been watching, keeping up with. Again, my AniList link is down below in the description if you want to follow along with what we are watching.